The defeat here at Ibrox, can you give us your overall assessment of that?
Listen, I think it's hugely frustrating because we're out of the cup, of course. I think I said before the game we had to be at our very best to make sure we gave ourselves the best chance to get into the next round, and unfortunately we weren't today. Too many of us not quite at it, not quite at the levels we've set. But with that said, there was big moments in the game. And goals obviously change games, which happens every week, we know that. Started the game quite well, restricted Rangers to very little, if anything. First half, good shape, carried the biggest threat in the first half, but lose a really poor goal from a set piece, which is the most frustrating thing because it's something we've worked on, something we've looked at. Conceded the exact same goal last season, so that's not good enough. We know that, and then huge chance just before half time to make it 1-1. Don't take it at one end and then get punished for real slack defending, and you find yourself 2-0 down at half time in a game where, if anything, I thought we carried the biggest threat. So that was tough to take, and then second half we didn't do enough. Obviously changed it a few times to try and get back into the game. It wasn't through a lack of effort, it wasn't through trying to do the right things, but I just didn't feel that we obviously worked the goalkeeper enough. But that was the story of the game, and I think over the piece Rangers probably deserved to go through.
Yeah, we had the ball in the back of the net through Martin Boyle in the first half. It was chalked off for a handball. Can I get your take on that one?
Yeah, it's frustrating because I think it's completely accidental. I don't think it's just his natural running stride where it hits his hand and then runs through. One thing I can't sit here and say is they got the decision wrong, because the letter of the law says if it hits your hand and you gain an advantage and score a goal from that, then it would be chopped off. So the rules, the letter of the laws went against us today on that situation. My biggest concern and frustration is just the lack of consistency across the board with decisions like that, but we can't affect that at all, and I'm certainly not going to sit here and say that's why we didn't win the game, because the letter of the law, it was a handball, so it shouldn't have been a
goal. I guess looking ahead after this one, a chance to get back to winning ways in the league, and a massive week next week with 2 games.
Huge week. It was always going to be a huge week with the fixtures we've got. Difficult fixtures coming up. There's no easy games at all, we know that. The good thing is the game comes quickly, so the players can get straight back into it. There's no time to feel sorry for ourselves. And domestically in the league, we've started well in terms of not losing games of football, but we need to be starting to turn these into 3 points. It'll be a difficult game going there. Always is when you go to Falkirk. Very well organised, very well coached team. Need to contend with the AstroTurf and what comes with that, but the players are aware of that. They'll be ready for it, and we need to make sure we go there and get 3 points.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.